John, MGMA, it's kind of this thing that everyone talks about. Everyone wants to see.
The gold
But
standard.
it's been the gold standard for a long time. Definitely a legacy benchmark, but there's definitely pros and cons in terms of how the data is captured and what it delivers, pluses and minuses. Can you go into some of that and what your experience with you've seen this data roll out every year and you do a deep dive every year, so you know exactly what you're talking about in this.
Yeah. I mean, MGMA is, you ask anybody in the industry, what's the gold standard for benchmarking compensation? And MGMA is the first thing that comes to people's mind. And they have been around for a long time. And they do a fantastic job. Last year, they surveyed almost a quarter million. So, in terms of data set size, they do have a significant portion. But remember, there's, of those who they could survey, 1.3, 1.35 million, they're still only able to capture, 226,000. So it's hard to get this data. One of the great things about the Marit data is that you guys have the clinicians, kind of crowdsourcing it, and it tends to be more real time. MGMA, it's not the physicians entering it in, it's only the participants from the healthcare side. So it's the healthcare facilities that are entering in the total compensation. So maybe their salary, which also includes other things depending on how it's set up. One of the things that is challenge with MGMA is depending on how you look at the data. So again, just because it's MGMA, quote unquote, doesn't mean that it's maybe as specific to the physician. So you might look at an MGMA data set for an interventional cardiologist in Western California or Southern California. And if they're using, they could use the national data set, they could use the regional data set, but the region includes California, it includes Wyoming and Alaska and Arizona and Hawaii. And obviously, San Mateo is going to be much different than Billings, Montana. And so, but the data might look very similar. So finding those regional or even micro regions can still be a little bit maybe less specific to the individual physician in the use case. One of the other challenging portions of MGMA is just the fact that it's delayed. So right now it's December 4th of 2025. We're almost into 2026. I can't believe it. And the latest and greatest MGMA data is the 2025 data, which is based on the 2024 survey year. The next 2026 data set will be out in April, May, or June, depending on where you fall. And that data set, will be based on 2025. So there's that lag that's a little bit challenging when using MGMA as a benchmarking tool. And of course, the employers and everybody is aware, but it takes a long time to get data and to properly have it inputted, to properly clean it, to properly, analyze it, of course, to package it and then to distribute it. It takes time. And you guys know that. That's one of the other digs, if you will, on MGMA data is it just takes a long time. And we could go on and on about the digs or the benefits, but it still typically is looked at as the gold standard. And it's nice that Merit's offering this to some of their users.